Good evening, everyone. I feel like I was just here. Mainly because we had an extra break tonight at 7 o'clock. We opened up that first case of Leaf Flash football, which was fun. I liked it. I like pulling some of the old school autographs that they've included. And of course, there's always lots of rookie content in Leaf. It's usually all rookie. We got lucky this time, had a little extra bonus in there. So tonight we are opening all baseball. We're starting out with a triple play memorabilia box from Hit Parade that will have 3 autographed items in it. And then we're going to do another case of Clearly Authentic. You know I love that one. And we will follow all of that up with a full case of Topps Chrome Jumbo. And that one, that one's going to take us a while. Before we get started ripping tonight, though, you know what? We've got a little information to go over, so let's get started with that. First up there, you see my feedback completely automated on eBay, just to let you know that you don't ever have to wait on me. So as soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get that in return. I know it's weird, right? You think, why is that at the first of the break? Because I get asked that so much, you'd be surprised, really. So I just thought, hey, let's keep everybody on the same page, and there it is. The second part of that, of course, is just a note to say thank you, because I do appreciate everyone who stops by to bid and break and hang out with me. So I think that gets us up to speed on that. We are looking right now at breaks that are coming up over the course of the next 5 days. This stuff is already up and listed on eBay. Many of you know I list new things just about every night, so we're always into something here. Tomorrow night we will open an autographed New Era baseball cap, an autographed baseball jersey that is one of the National Show exclusive editions from Hit Parade, a half case of our Leaf autographed football jerseys, which finishes up the back half of a case that we started earlier this week. Also tomorrow, National Treasures Collegiate Football. Like, how much are you looking forward to that? I'm looking forward to it a lot. It comes out tomorrow. I can't wait to get into it. And my other favorite is Origins Football, and that comes out tomorrow as well. We'll bust a case of that, and we'll bust another case of Leaf Flash Football. So we are going to be cranking it out tomorrow night. Thursday night is a single autographed football jersey from Game Day Greats, along with a second case of NT Collegiate, and we're going to do a single case break of Unparalleled Football. We've been doing double cases, but we're going to do a single case on Thursday night. Friday night, we'll open a second case of Origins, a third and final case of Crown Royal Basketball, and a first case of 2018 Chronicles Baseball, which comes out on Friday. And it looks to be a little better than last year. They made some improvements to it, so more of the things we do like, less of the things that we were kind of like, about last year. So good all the way around for Chronicles. Saturday, we'll open a 3-peat basketball box, another half case of Leaf jerseys. We will open an 8th and final case of Clearly Authentic on Saturday night, and a third case of NT Collegiate. Sunday finds us opening another triple play box like we're going to open tonight, a third case of Leaf Flash, and a second case of Chronicles. So that's what we are looking like in the days ahead. But for tonight, let's get down to the nitty-gritty for tonight. So a couple of different things to note here. Of course, the triple play stuff, that is a free shipping break. The free shipping breaks, generally, I project them to go out about a week after an auction and 6 or 7 days after that. Often I can get it on the way to you sooner, but plan on Monday the 27th. If you see it hit, head your way sooner, then that'll just be reason for a happy dance, right? And consolation cards, if you're in that first break for the triple play box. Usually what happens is I would save up your consolation cards if you're in a free shipping break, and I track that for a rolling 90-day period. And any team that doesn't pull, of course you are entitled to that consolation card. It's just normally I would wait until you had the next package going where you did pull a card or an item, and then I would just gather them all up and send them off with that package. If you don't want to wait for that and you'd like to have it sent right away, no problem. You just shoot me a message over on eBay and we can take care of that for you. The paid shipping breaks tonight, those are a little different. I'm projecting them to ship out on Saturday the 25th. That's the Topps Chrome Jumbo and Clearly Authentic. No need to worry about consolation cards in Topps Chrome. Every team is going to pull cards in that. If you happen to get skunked in Clearly Authentic, your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break, since that's a paid shipping break. So I think that's all the info that we have to go over. Now it's time to actually get started. Yay. Well, we've been started, but you know what I mean. We're close to seeing what's in our boxes. So this is 2018 Hit Parade Triple Play Baseball Box Break number 8. And of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Tuesday, the 21st of August. We have our team names on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from it on the right. Couple of teams in here that didn't sell. That would be the Padres and the Rays, and you see that they are noted there as no bids buyback. If anything were to come out for one of those teams, it would just hang out here with me. Last but not least, I am taking autofocus off, setting a manual focus. It will make your background go out of focus a little. And of course, you know what? There'll be a new spreadsheet going up before every break. So if you're not part of this particular break, not to worry. Your spreadsheet will be going up there soon. In chat tonight, we have Leonard and Greg and hey to Bobby B. Let's Nerd Out is here. SNS is here. Happy baseball night. I like that. Jay Brenner is here. Eric and Geo. Oh, Geo, you did get a package today, huh? Yeah, you had some nice stuff that headed out your way recently, so I'm glad that got delivered safe and sound to you today. So our triple play boxes, we have 3 items in there. There's a photograph, there's a jersey, and there's a baseball, and they're always lots of fun. And let's start with our baseball. I never know which one I want to start with. Oh, it's Joe Morgan. Haha, cool. Joe Morgan, of course, was a Cincinnati Red. I don't know did Joe Morgan ever play for another team, or was he only a Cincinnati Red? I only ever remember him being a Cincinnati Red, but we'll check that out in a minute. There's a JSA authentication, some weird little thing down there. I don't know what that's really in there for, but anyway, it was in there. And there is our Joe Morgan baseball. I like that. Uh-oh, Nick is saying he heard that the Chronicles release date was pushed back. Well, I talked to all of my reps today. Not a single one of them told me that. So if that's the case, Nick, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. This is a JSA authentication sticker there for our Joe Morgan baseball. Again, I don't know of him playing for anyone except the Reds, so I feel like that's going to be a Cincinnati Reds hit. But of course, we will go check it out momentarily. James, you're looking for some Twins. T. Cassidy is here. I'm going to go with Game of Zones. I don't know what GOZ is, but I'm going to go with GOZ is here. At Scuba Steve and Eric and Wild Card Sports Collectibles and Dune. We got lots of folks in the house tonight. And our photograph is a Mariner, or is that a Marlin? That's a Marlin. Sorry, it's a Marlin. I guess I should flip it over and see whose signature it is. I was just trying to look at the uniform. It's a Marlin, and it's Mike Lowell. Can you see that up there at the top? I'll flip it around that way. So Mike Lowell, and it's got a little Hollywood Collectibles certification there in the back. And there's your little certification sticker on the front as well. Ruben's doing some work in the background there. He's telling me he Phillies, Astros, and Giants, as well as the Reds for Joe Morgan. But of course, we think he had the most years with the Cincinnati Reds. But someone else is saying they think he has more for the Astros. So we'll look that up. How about that, guys? We'll just look that up here in a little bit. Right now, what do we have? Ooh, we got a multi-signed. How about that? Dent and Torres. Game 163. Nice. There is one of your signatures, or actually there's your signature with a David Adams authentication and an inscription. And then our second one, is just a date and the signature. So pretty cool to pull the nice jersey here, but you know what that means. We got 2 different teams we're dealing with. So that means we're going to be looking at random as well. And there's your David Adams authentication as well. So our custom jersey is going to be between the Yankees and the Red Sox. We're going to flip over here to the spreadsheet in a minute and find out if we happen to have the same team owner or not. If we, whoops, if I don't knock the camera over, that is. Of course, if we have the same team owner, we don't have to worry about it. But if we happen to have a different team owner for both teams, then we'll have to use random.org to award that. But let's, we got a bunch of stuff to do here then, don't we? Let me get, hang on one second. And let's see if I can't get us to, we'll go look at our Joe Morgan stats here in a minute and check that out. I've got to get myself on the right page, and then I will get you on the right page. All right, I am on the page. Let's get you over here, and we'll just take a look at Mr. Joe Morgan. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons with the Astros. Yeah, no wonder I don't remember those like they happened before I was alive. So, most of them anyway. Then for the Reds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. Oh, wait a minute, though. There's another Astros, so maybe it is going to be the Astros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And that one down there makes 10. Sure enough. 4, 6, 8 for Cincinnati. And then a couple of odds and ends there for various things. So I guess, kids, we are looking at that being a Houston Astro. I would have never guessed that. I have always so strongly associated Joe Morgan with the Cincinnati Reds. I would have never guessed that that was actually going to have more years of service to the Houston Astros. So Cincinnati Reds, gosh, I hate to disappoint you on that, but it looks like that does go to the Houston Astros. So sorry about that, Reds. I got a little ahead of myself, didn't I? I didn't plan on that. So there we go. Now, we are next. Oh, and somebody's talking about the fact that that the franchises were different. Guys, stuff always stays with the franchise, okay? Just like Houston Oilers became the Tennessee Oilers, became the Tennessee Titans in football. When you pull a Houston Oilers card, it goes to the Tennessee Titans because that's how the franchise evolved. It would never go to the Houston Texans, which were, you know, an expansion franchise, completely different franchise. So same deal, guys. The Houston Colts became the Houston Astros, right? So that's why I'm referring to it as the Astros, because that is the current, whatever you want to call it, identity of that franchise, like the Expos, former Expos, current Nationals, etc. And all of that stuff and more is available at the bottom of every single listing. Down there in that special circumstances area, you can read up about all that and see how it works. So Boston Red Sox in here, Pope 10 Pope, and our New York Yankees, B Distant 15. So we are looking at two completely different team owners. So that means we're going to have to buzz over here and go to random.org. So here's what happens, guys. I always enter left to right or top to bottom. This is oriented left to right. And of course, we had Boston on the left and the Yankees on the right. So I'm going to type in Boston, or the Red Sox first, the Yankees second. If I can do it without a typo. And then I'm going to hit random 3 different times, okay? And wherever we end up on the third random, we'll make the decision. So the first 2 don't count. So you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here's our third and final. This comes up as 3 times, comes up for the Yankees, okay? So our dual signed jersey here coming up for the Yankees, all right? So that's how that is awarded tonight. We had a lot of extra work to do, didn't we? Usually these triple play boxes, you just kind of take them out and you're done, but not so much tonight, huh? So please make sure you find this if this jersey is coming to you, if you had the Yankees tonight. Those little cards and paper certificates of authenticity, I often fold up inside the jersey. So just make sure that you locate it before you throw everything out, and that way it won't get tossed out with it. Okay, and so there is, of course, our Joe Morgan baseball, which I incorrectly thought was going to the Reds. And apologies if you had the Reds tonight, because I did not realize that he had more years of service with Houston. So Joe Morgan going to Houston, believe it or not. And then finally, our signed photograph here is for the Marlins, and that is Mike Lowell. And you can see, of course, you've got the COA back there and your little sticker right there. So that is our very complicated triple play box tonight. So that just like took, I don't know what happened there. All those were complicated except the picture. But anyway, we have it all finished up now, and we are headed into Clearly Authentic. If you did not see this a moment ago, please take a moment to review what you see there on the screen. I'm not going to force you through reading it all again, but it does give you an anticipated shipping date, and it also talks about consolation cards just in case you get blanked, which I hope you don't, but sometimes that happens. So we're opening a 20-box case of 2018 Topps Clearly Authentic Baseball. This is a full case break. It's break number 7. Like everything else we're opening tonight, it ended tonight, Tuesday night, the 21st, which is my dad's birthday. How about that? Yeah, my dad's birthday today. And of course, as you all know, the Tampa Bay Rays have no hits in this product, so they were not listed for sale and designated on the checklist there as just no hits. And this is Corey's first ever break here with us. So welcome to Corey. I've been chatting back and forth with Corey some today. He stopped by when we did our makeup break there of Leaf Flash earlier. And Corey's up in Alaska. So he is, and he has no TV. So we have to keep him entertained here, guys. Guys and gals, we have to keep Corey entertained. Oh, James, you're booing the Yankees, man. What's up with that? Brian, the jersey was a dual signed jersey, and it ended up going to the Yankees. It was a dual signed between the Red Sox and the Yankees. And GOZ, who I'm calling you Game of Zones, I'm sure that's not what it stands for, but you know they do that little cartoon series, which if you've never watched it is hilarious on Bleacher Report, called Game of Zones. But anyway, GOZ, it's your first time here tonight too. And Icasa's here and says TV's bad for you anyway. Yeah, well, that might be true. But how do we watch our sports if we don't have TV? That's all I'm saying. And what's up with the Nationals? 2 big unexpected trades today. Are they getting ready to tear down and go and do a rebuild? What's happening there? I was very surprised to see that happen. Matt Adams went to the Cardinals, and why did I just blank on his name? That went to the Cubs. Oh my gosh. I could see his face. Just completely went blank on his name. Oh, come on. Well, whatever. It'll come back to me in a minute. Anyway, he went to the Cubs, and Murphy. Thank you, Daniel Murphy. I was like, why did I just go blank? Yeah, so Daniel Murphy went to the Cubbies, and then Matt Adams went to the Cardinals, and like, what is that about? What about Wayne Gretzky? I don't know why are we talking about Wayne Gretzky? Somebody's asking about that. Oh, I got you. Gina, I didn't see Gina's post above it. Gina said if you want to have some fun, ask me to pronounce hockey names. But ha ha ha, joke's on Gina. I can't pronounce most of the names in any sport. Ha ha, joke's on you. But yes, for those of you who are new, I am terrible at pronouncing names. Even names that I've heard pronounced a lot, and names that you would look at and think a reasonable person could probably pronounce correctly, I'm probably going to mess them up about half the time. So if you feel so inclined, you could probably make a drinking game out of it or all kinds of other stuff like that. So far we have found 2 redemptions in here. And the good news about that is that means we have 2 extra hits in here. So instead of 20 hits, right now we're going to be clocking at 22 hits at the moment. That's because Topps is kind enough when they give us a redemption to also give us a card in the box. So the redemption becomes just a bonus and an extra hit. Unlike what Panini does. So Topps gets an A+ for that. So one of the few times that we're going to root for finding redemptions, it's going to be here in this product. So, Randy, you think they're planning on losing Bryce Harper to free agency, and so they're just tearing down early? Is that what you're thinking? There's a 3rd redemption, so now we are going to be clocking at 23 total hits so far, as opposed to the 20 that we were anticipating. And I will have to say, in this product in general, we have been finding 2 to 3 redemptions per case. Which, you know, frankly, hey, I'll take it, because that just means extra hits for us. So I'm happy about that. Stang Lover's here looking for the Indians. He even said please. Actually, he said please. So we're going to do our best to make Stang Lover happy tonight. See if we can't find a little Cleveland Indian hiding out in here somewhere for him. And you know, we need to try to find something for Corey, because it's Corey's first break, and we need to, someone else, who else said it was their first break a minute ago? Brenner, right? Jay Brenner, maybe, your first break? I don't know what team that you have, Jay Brenner, but we're going to hope to find you some luck too, along with everybody else, of course. All right, let's see what we've got. First out is Jose Berrios. That is numbered to 75. It's for the Twins, and it's on the Mother's Day insert. Ah, you're in Topps Chrome. Okay. And you've got the Reds. Oh, you've got my Cincinnati Reds. That's all. That's automatically good luck, Jay Brenner. We have a World Series award for George Springer. That's numbered to 99 for the Astros. Oh, Gina, you just got Unparalleled. You like the cards. They are cool when you get them in your hands, aren't they? I like them too. Paul Blackburn and the A's. That's numbered to 75. For the Phillies, it's Rhys Hoskins, one of your nice rookies there for the Phils. A case hit. This is baseball's finest all-stars. It is numbered to 99. It's Rafael Devers. Nice little hit coming out there for the Red Sox. Oh, you met Jose Berrios last weekend at T-Mobile. Hey, that's pretty nice, James. Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis. Nico Goodrum for the Tigers. And you know what? Tigers don't come out here very often. So they come out some, but not as much as the other teams. So nice to see that come out for them. Rowdy Reed is here for the Nationals. Cubbies in the house with Kyle Schwarber to 99 on a green parallel. Yeah, right. It's the wrong socks. I know. You need the white socks. We found the red socks, didn't we? Hunter Renfroe on a Mother's Day insert for the San Diego Padres. The Dodgers with a nice Alex Verdugo. You have to wonder how long the Dodgers are going to hold on to Verdugo, right? Because you know they're going to want to try to keep Manny. They may have to trade off Alex Verdugo and some stuff to make some payroll happen. To 99, it is Andahar for the Yankees. One of the nice hits that the Yankees could potentially pull for their good young rookie. And behind that, we have Dylan Bettenses. That is a Mother's Day insert. So the Yankees keep on keeping on there. Followed by the Mets. 3 New York teams in a row. This is Tomas Nido. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have a nice one. It's a second case hit. Look how mean I am. I'm putting it back there making you wait. I'm so mean. This is for the Giants. It's still 150. It's Roberto Alomar. That's a nice case hit too. That is a case hit that we just looked at, but there's a second case hit back here that I'm kind of jazzed about. This is to 99. It's Tommy Pham and the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's your Indian Stang lover. It is Greg Allen. Padres, Christian Villanueva. Green parallel to 99. The Angels with our ever-present Troy Scribner. That is numbered to 75. And Troy comes out of here all the time. It's crazy how much we see him. And then the Mariners are on board. That is numbered to 50 with Segura. Now, here comes the big Mac Daddy. Oh, yeah, Angels. You hit a little Mike Trout numbered to 15. Ho, ho, ho. How about that? Yeah, that. Mike Trout, number 1. Nice. Mike Trout to 15 on a case hit. Oh, so very, very nice. You might have been fishing for Ohtani, but Mike Trout, yeah. You're going to take that and be happy all day long, I think. Right, Angels? Nice, nice, nice hit for the Angels. But we're not done yet because we have 3 redemptions here. And I have a sneaking suspicion that at least one of them is going to be a pretty nice pull, too. We're going to find out here in a second, but I have a good feeling about it anyway. We'll see if it turns out to be right or not. Jose Ramirez, Clearly Authentic Awards autograph. Followed by Francisco Mejia, Clearly Authentic autograph. Meanwhile, Stang Lover's just somewhere going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we have a Clearly Authentic autograph of Manny Machado. Yeah, baby. And he's still on the checklist as an Oriole. So he's going to go to the Orioles. But you know what? I'm not going to make you take my word for it. Of course not. We're going to roll right over here to the Topps website. And I'm going to put up the Topps checklist. And we'll verify the teams for all 3 of our players there so that everyone can see it and we're all on the same page. Of course, it would help if I put you on the same page that I'm on, wouldn't it? Then you could actually see what I was seeing as opposed to me forgetting to switch your view. So there's where we were. We were on this Topps checklist, and then I just clicked that, which, of course, got us to here. But since I accidentally didn't have you switched over, now we do. All right, so, of course, we are... Whoops, yeah, that's not helpful. Hold on, I know I did that. I hit the wrong button there and flipped the view to a blank screen. Sorry. All right, so Manny Machado right here, Baltimore Orioles, Jose Ramirez, and Francisco Mejia. There's Francisco Mejia for the Indians. Jose Ramirez, he must have been on an insert. What was he on? Yes, he was on an awards autograph. And there is Jose Ramirez, of course, also for the Indians. Hence why I said Stang Lover was somewhere doing cartwheels. All right, so we have now officially verified all of these on screen for everyone to see and share. And we will do a quick little recap of this. And then we're going to roll headlong into a full case of Topps Chrome as soon as we finish our recap here. You said you were sweating it if there was only one in the case. See, Stang Lover, you just gave up too soon. You gave up too soon. Oh, Corey, I am sorry, man. We did not have good luck for you tonight. And it was your first break, and we blanked you, didn't we? Well, you know what? That's okay. You're gonna get a little it's not okay, but my point is you're still gonna get a little consolation, little care package coming your way. Maybe you'll have some better luck with that one. So let's recap. Jose Ramirez for the Indians, Francisco Mejia for the Indians, and Mr. Manny Machado is a very nice hit for the Orioles. And then, of course, we had the Dodgers, the Padres, the Cubbies, Nats, Tigers. Nice Rafael Devers. That's a case hit as well, numbered to 199 for the Red Sox. So we got double case hits in here too, which is pretty cool. The Phillies hit with Rhys Hoskins. The A's, George Springer for the Astros was a nice one. Jose Barrios, of course, for the Twins. Our extra case hit, which makes me oh so happy, Mike Trout to 15. Oh, I love that. That's so nice for the Angels. That's just money right there. You just made a lot of money on that. And then the Mariners, Troy Scribner came out for the Angels as well. The Padres hit with Villanueva. There's a Greg Allen for the Indians. Cardinals and Tommy Pham. There's our Roberto Alomar case hit, numbered to 150, which is also pretty cool. So I like that. The Mets with Tomas, Dylan Betances for the Yankees, and Andahar for the Yankees. So all in all, I'm happy with this case. We've had 2 or 3 cases that have been like this, which have been randomized pretty well and had what I would call pretty big hits in them. And then we've had other cases which have been good, but maybe not quite to the level of this one. So that was one of the better ones, I think. I like that one. Oh, James, you got an autograph in one of your consolation packs. Who was it? Who was it? Did you get rich on it? Tell us. Oh, Stang Lover, you hit a Mike Trout in an Inception break a couple weeks back. Yeah, you know what? He was all over Inception last year. I mean, and I pulled him at an outrageous rate last year. But I didn't pull him as much in Inception this year. So, in fact, I might not have pulled him at all in Inception. We've pulled him in some other stuff recently, but I don't think I hit him in Inception this year, oddly enough. Okay, if you did not see this earlier, Clearly Authentic and Topps Chrome Jumbo, I'm anticipating a Saturday shipping date. As always, if I can get it out to you faster, I will. If something goes off the rails, it could potentially go a day later, which in this case would mean Monday since there's no mail service on Sunday. In Clearly Authentic, if you happen to get blanked, your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break. If you are in the Topps Chrome break, every team's going to pull something. No worries about that. You don't have to worry about consolation cards. If you were in the Triple Play break, look for that to ship out on or before Monday the 27th. And your consolation cards, normally I would hold until your next shipment. But if you want them out sooner, you just let me know. 8 boxes of 2018 Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. It's going to have a whopping 40 autograph hits in it. This is a full case break. It's break number 5. Like everything else, it ended tonight, the 21st of August, on eBay, of course. And we are live streaming it tonight, and we're going to bust it here in a hot second. I've just got to get a big pile of sleeves out on the table so we can kind of be ready to rock. Move as efficiently as we can through all these cards. Oh, James must have taken off. I wanted to know who that autograph was that he got in there. I always like to know. But yeah, I know sometimes, I know several of you in the past have along the way told me, oh yeah, I pulled an autograph, or I pulled a relic, or I pulled a something out of my consolation stuff. So sometimes that works out that you get something good, or maybe sometimes could even be better than what you would have gotten in the break. You never know. Randy, you agree with me that that Clearly Authentic is one of the better cases we've opened. I mean, that was nice. I mean, not only the Mike Trout to 15 to hit the Manny Machado in there, and then we had, of course, the nice Andahar, and we had a lot of nice hits in there. The Devers was a good case for sure. I've only got one case of it left right now. I don't know if I'll buy any more or not. It kind of depends on what else is coming out. And oh, I hate to tell you guys this because this is going to make some people sad. You're going to be unhappy. They moved Bowman Chrome. Yeah. We've all been waiting for it. It's supposed to show up on September the 5th. Oh no, they've moved it to the end of September. They moved a lot of the September stuff. Triple Threads got moved, that got moved. They even moved, it was supposed to come out Friday, Diamond Icons, which normally I would have already had scheduled, but I forgot to do it. And I even said that last night. I was like, oh man, 2 nights in a row, I have forgotten to list that Diamond Icons. Well, that must have just been fate taking care of me, because this afternoon, about the middle of the day, my rep says, hey, there's an updated top schedule, and they've moved Diamond Icons to next Wednesday. Ooh, whoops. So, usually Tops gives you a little more notice than that, but not this time. And then, of course, somebody told me back up in chat a ways back up. I can't see it right now to tell you the name of the person, but someone said that they heard that Chronicles Baseball got moved, which I have not heard. I talked to all 3 of my reps today. They all 3 told me that it was shipping tomorrow and I would have it on Friday. So if it is moved at this point, it's going to be a late notice move and it's going to mess me all up, since we've got a couple of breaks of it listed. Randy, you are looking for some Ohtani. Well, let's see if we can't deliver that for you. I'd be just fine pulling Shohei for you. I would like that. Well, I cannot get the wrapper open there. So this is a 5 hits per box kind of deal with the jumbo. So we should find 5 autograph cards per box, 40 of them in total. And along the way, we're going to find lots of other things too, including a large number of refractors. A lot of the inserts in here, the entire insert set refracts. So as we come across those the first time, I will just point that out, and then I won't continue to talk about them as they go through because they're fairly numerous. You'll just see them pass through. And kind of the same with most of our inserts. We'll talk about them the first time, and then after that, they'll just go through as they go, unless there's, you know, numbered or something particularly interesting about them. And that is a nice little rookie refractor for the Yankees with Gleyber Torres. 30th anniversary parallels, the entire series will refract. Ditto for this, which is our future stars. All of those will also refract as we go along. Well, sorry about that. Tampa Bay Rays tried to take off, but we caught him, so it's all good. Freshman Flash, we'll find a bunch of those, and like our other things, yeah, they're gonna all refract. You got it. Every once in a while, you'll find one of those that might be numbered or signed or both, but if in the absence of any of that as they go through, if they're just the status quo, will keep on moving. There's an Ohtani 30th anniversary, at least, so we've got you a parallel anyway. I was just looking to make sure that Orlando Arcia wasn't... I didn't remember seeing that particular image before, so I just checked it on the back to see if there was a different code, and there wasn't. It's just the standard one. Staying Lover has the Cardinals, the Marlins, and the D-backs in here. Oh, I would certainly think that we will find you something out of all that. Here is a Chris Taylor X-Fractor for the Dodgers. And you saw we had a redemption. Flipped it right there. It's going to hang out and wait till the end of the break, and we'll flip all of our redemptions over at the same time. Our first live autograph is Trevor Williams for the Pirates. So Pittsburgh drawing first blood tonight, if you will. X-Fractor again, of course, that one was the Rockies. So I'm kind of bummed that Bowman Chrome got pushed back, though. And Triple Threads, and I can't even remember what else. Of course, the Diamond Icons I already mentioned. Superstar, Sensations, all of those refract too, guys. So you'll see plenty of them as we go along. Tampa Bay Rays have a hit, and that is Hunter Wood. Nick Jordan is in the house. Nick is looking for the Indians, the Astros, and the A's. We'll definitely find some of those. I should never say definitely because I have no control over what comes out of here. Shame on me for that. But I feel very strongly that we will find some of that for you because we almost always find a lot of Oakland A's. You said, why is Adams worth more? What do you mean, why is Adams worth more? Masahiro Tanaka for the Yankees. That is in the black and white parallel. Are you talking about Matt Adams and the trade with the Nationals, or are you talking or that the Nationals just traded, or are you talking about something else? Louis Castillo X-Fractor, our first color of the night, is for the Nationals. It's a blue parallel for Anthony Rendon to 150. Oh, I missed what Stang Lover said. I got you. I guess just because of the trade. I don't know. I mean, he went to the Cardinals, of course. So, I don't know. I don't know why that would translate them into... I don't know. You have to clarify that, Stang Lover. This is Anthony Rendon with a little refractor. There's a 30th anniversary D-backs. The Braves have a nice Ozzie Albies. Ozzie comes out of here pretty often for the Braves. We have a little bit harder time pulling Acuna often, but Ozzie seems to come out with a fair amount of regularity here in Topps Chrome. So maybe we'll be able to bookend him with a Ronald Acuna somewhere along the way. Yeah, the Nationals traded off Daniel Murphy today, too. The Nationals got in a tradey kind of mood. There is a Daniel Murphy X-Fractor. Daniel Murphy went to the Cardinals and, or to the Cubs, and Matt Adams went to the Cardinals. See, Stang Lover's got me stuck on the Cardinals now. I'm thinking about what he typed, and I'm saying it wrong. Felix Jorge to 150 for the Minnesota Twins with a nice blue parallel autograph. But I didn't see who they got in return either, Dune. I didn't see the return on any of that. So that was a Brewers X-Fractor. We have an autograph hit here for Santander and the Orioles. I think one of them, maybe Matt Adams, might have just been cash. But I'm not 100% sure about that because I just kind of glanced at a headline and I didn't have time to really look at it too tremendously much. But I think one of them might have been cash considerations. The other one, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting them to make that trade. I mean, it's basically just kind of saying they've given up on the season, I think. The redemption, of course, we haven't flipped it yet. It's sitting right there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the extra, the 6th. That's usually the way Topps does it. When they give you a redemption, it is usually an extra card in the box. I mean, I guess not always, but most of the time, yeah. The redemption's kind of a bonus, if you will. Actually, it's another card that would be the bonus, but... the redemption's usually a high-profile kind of guy. Not always, but usually. That's why I like getting the redemptions in Clearly Authentic. It's one of the few products where I like to find redemptions because, you know, there's just the 20 hits in the whole case. So for every redemption we find, it adds a hit. And I mean, we added 3 to that case we just opened. That's a 10% increase in hits from the redemption. So I'm kind of all for it in that regard. Randy, I don't know who the redemption is. I didn't look at it either. I saw it and flipped it over without looking. You know, I just saw the edges of it and knew we had a redemption coming. So I couldn't tell you who it is. I keep myself in suspense as well. But it would be nice if it would be Ohtani. I would be happy to pull that for you. For sure. I'm trying something here that isn't working very well. trying a different way to open these packs that allegedly was more efficient, but in reality doesn't seem to be working out for me. I've tried it like 3 nights in a row now, and I just can't get the hang of it. That's closer, but still. I think it's easier just to probably, yeah. I think it's just easier to do it the way I always do it at this point. Probably faster, too. But anyway. Nick, you've seen a lot of the redemptions come out as Indians, huh? Yeah, we don't pull a ton of redemptions in Topps Chrome. Not as many as we pull, say, in Clearly Authentic. And I guess I haven't done a very good job of keeping track of exactly who we've been pulling in those redemptions, actually. Because I hadn't really detected much of a pattern. That's to 299 Brandon Crawford and the Giants. Of course, then again, for me to detect the pattern, it has to happen in fairly close proximity, because by tomorrow I will have forgotten most of what we hit tonight. Actually, by later tonight, I probably will have forgotten most of what we hit tonight. That was an Ohtani Freshman Flash. And that's mainly just because of the vast amount of cards that I see every day between breaking and sorting and shipping. Lucas Sims comes out for the Braves. Of course, he got shipped off to the Reds. So I think we've got him now. I do believe. Speaking of the Reds, you know what? I really, when we traded for Matt Harvey, I kind of thought it was just an idea of see if you can get him back in some kind of marketable condition when you get him out of New York, and then trade him. And I do think that's probably what they had in mind. And of course, he's turned out to be a little better than expected, and so I think they wanted a little bit bigger piece in trade that they didn't get, so they just kept him. And I'm kind of glad they did. He's been coming along quite nicely. Ryder Jones and the Giants. Because I wasn't really a huge Matt Harvey fan when he was in New York. You know, what with not showing up for games and all. So I definitely, there's Ohtani, just a base rookie. I definitely had my questions about that. But we weren't going to use Devin Mesoraco. I mean, he was always injured. We were settled on Tucker Barnhart. Might as well get something for Mesoraco. So, turned out better than expected. You think that they're going to try to, you think we're going to try to sign Matt Harvey? I hope so. I mean, the Reds execs have been saying that their intention is to increase payroll, which would be what seems like the first time in 2 decades that they've said that. It's not really been that long, just feels like it. I wouldn't mind if they did sign Matt Harvey. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised to hear myself say that, but yet, there you go. The White Sox hit to 250, purple parallel for Vieira. I mean, he's probably not ever going to be back up to, you know, Dark Knight levels, but he doesn't really have to be back up to Dark Knight levels to help the Reds. AJ Minter and the Braves. Braves got a lot of hits in here tonight so far. I mean, we all know that the Reds pitching has been the Achilles heel for a while now. There's a little gold wave for the Tampa Bay Rays, numbered to 50. I know. I am trying to work the mojo, Randy, to find you that Ohtani autograph. I would love to find that for you. I'm hoping it's in here. Of course, we don't have any way to know, but we can definitely work the mojo and see if we can make it happen. Or as LeVar Ball would say, we'll speak it into existence. This is numbered to 99. It's Kendrys Morales. Green Wave, sorry, for the Blue Jays. I assume you probably saw that it was Green Wave, but usually I say that, and somehow I didn't that time. Tyler Mahle is here for my Cincinnati Reds. Looked promising, went off the rails. Not sure how we're going to end up with Mr. Tyler Mahle, but I hope he gets himself sorted back out a bit. Because goodness knows we could use him. Jose Altuve, short print, refractor for the Houston Astros. GOZ is looking for the Tigers, Detroit Tigers, on your first break. Is it your first break here or your first break ever anywhere? Either way, we're glad to have you. Welcome. Welcome. We got to find you some Tigers now. On top of that, we'll try to get you a little beginner's luck going, maybe. Hopefully. Ah, it's your first one ever. Ah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I will tell you, they are addictive, and I am not even kidding. It starts out just like this. It starts out so innocently. That's how it started for me, too. Jay Brenner. Or rather, GOZ. I'm going to call you Game of Zone. That's not what your username is, though, is it? I shouldn't call you something that you're not intended to be called, so I'll just call you Gauze. You want to be called Gauze or GOZ, or what do you want to be called there in chat? Every time I see it, I just think Game is owned. But anyway, it all starts out very innocently, just like this, where you buy into a break, and then you're like, ooh, this is fun. And then you hit something, and it's like, ooh, this is a lot of fun. And then the next thing you know, you're doing what I do. It's so much fun, though. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know why it's so much fun. It's something about it just hits that reward center in your brain, I guess. It's kind of the same as like playing the stock market or going to Vegas or playing the ponies, any of that kind of stuff, you know, especially when you hit. It just, I guess, lights up the reward center of our brains and we're like, yeah. But yes, I agree. It is fun and it is addictive and it can be very lucrative if you resell your hits and pick and choose your spots wisely. I mean, I definitely have some people who bid with me whose primary reason for breaking is to get things to resell, and some of them do quite well. And then, of course, other people, like me, tend to buy into breaks more just for the teams that they personally collect. So it can kind of go either way. All right, we'll call you Gauze then. All right, Gauze it is. You have got it. Well, we'll have to set about finding some Tigers for you. Hopefully there'll be some hiding in here somewhere along the way. With 40 hits, you did pick a good one to jump in on for a first break. Because, you know, obviously your odds increase with the more hits there are. And, of course, with tops, a lot of times the numbered things and the refractors and all that can be worth a little money, too. There's Paul Blackburn for the A's. So, see, I told you we'd find an A. We always find A's in these products, like always. Let's Nerd Out is going to the casino on Thursday. They owe you money. Well, we'll see how much you collect from them. You'll have to report back to us how your collection efforts went when you went to the casino. So be sure and come back and tell us. I haven't been to a casino in a while. I used to go to Vegas really regularly, but of course I also for a while lived in Los Angeles, where you could just jump on a plane and be there in an hour and not have to spend a lot of time or money on in an airport or on a ticket. That's numbered to 99's Francisco Mejia. But I haven't been there in a while. I need to get back to Vegas, actually. I spent the millennium there. Yeah, New Year's Eve, 1999. I spent in Las Vegas. A group of us went. Had a blast. So much fun. Trevor Bauer, Indians, green wave to 99. If you do win money, you'll be in more breaks. I like that plan. I like that plan. Hey guys, I saw something about right before I went live, a little headline popped up from ESPN. It said something about Buster Posey and season ending. Did Buster Posey get injured, or what's going on with that? Philadelphia Phillies, look what we just found for you. It is a gold wave Rhys Hoskins, numbered to 50. So if you've got the Phils, that is quite a nice hit headed your way with a gold wave to 50. Nothing shabby about that. Oh, Dune, it's just a bad hip. Hasn't he had a bad hip forever? So nothing precipitated whatever this season-ending sort of thing is that they're... Whoops, that was a refractor. I'm going to stack that separate. That they were... Why were they floating a headline about that? He's had a bad hip for, like, the whole season, hasn't he? And, like, maybe part of last season, too? Yeah, it probably is time for him to think about coming out from behind the plate, which I hate to say, because A, I love catchers. I have a weird thing about catchers, and they're usually some of my favorite players. And I really do like Buster Posey, and I hate to hear that, but you're probably right. Tayron Guerrero for the Marlins. He's probably going to have to think about giving it up. Matt Olson refractor. Here's a nice little black and white Whit Merrifield for the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, just normal wear and tear. It just seemed weird that like ESPN sent up some kind of alert for that. You know, normally you would think if they're going to send out an alert, it's something that's happened immediately or very recently or something. So ESPN must be hard up for sports news today if that's what if that's the headline push alert, push notification that they're sending me. They're hard up for news. Austin Meadows and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It probably goes back to Johnny Bench. You guys, some of you are new, so some of you don't know this. But my two favorite baseball players of all time are Johnny Bench and Hank Aaron. And probably my whole catcher thing, I guess, just probably started with Johnny Bench. But most catchers, I like them. They're usually some of my favorite players on a team. I would take catchers over pitchers any day in terms of just collecting. That is the San Francisco Giants, and it is numbered to 499. A little refractor there for Reyes. Moranta. He said it was a slow news day. Yeah, kind of, I guess, other than that big Nationals trade, which kind of was big news. For me, anyway, I wasn't expecting the Nats to be trading. Oh, Dune, you like Willie McCovey and Will Clark? That's nice. I can be on board with those as well. My sister was always a Pete Rose fan. I mean, obviously our family, we were a Cincinnati Reds family. You can tell that. but my sister was always a Reds fan. I mean, a Rose fan for the Reds. And I don't know. I just never could get behind Charlie Hustle. I didn't dislike him, but I never liked him the way that I like Johnny Bench. But I look back quite fondly on those players from the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. Yeah, S&S Design, you're right. I mean, what is the point of having the trade deadline when you can still trade, after the deadline? Who knows? I mean, I guess most of the trading is confined to that time frame, but obviously we know it's not always the case. Look at that, 2 packs in a row. I kind of had the hang of it there for a minute, but I bet, now see, I should have just kept my mouth shut because then I blew it on the third one. One day I shall master the new art of the way to open these. So I do see the point they're trying to make. It can be more efficient if I can just figure out how to consistently do that. Did my sister cheat at games when she was young? Oh, that's funny. And then somebody else says he only cheated when he was a coach. Yeah, I don't know about that. Of course, the whole ban came from gambling on baseball, and that was when he was a coach, I believe. Evan Longoria to 299, purple parallel for the Giants. Did she cheat when she was an adult? No, she's not a cheater as an adult. I don't remember if she was a cheater when we were kids. She's older than I am. So I probably wouldn't have known the difference, right? Like if she's 7 years older than I am. So if by the time I would have been old enough to know whether or not someone was cheating at playing a game, she probably wasn't playing games with me anymore, So I don't know. Oh, Dune says, so the one time I don't get in on the Giants. That's always the way, isn't it? Oh, there's a nice X-Fractor Devers rookie for the Red Sox. Hey, Texas Rangers are getting involved tonight with Ronald Herrera. That's nice to see. Yeah, I mean, I feel your pain. I've done that plenty of times before. I had that, there's something stuck to the back of that Nick Williams. I had that happen for a stretch of time when I was chasing an Antonio Brown rookie autograph out of 2010 plates and patches. And there's somebody that breaks it way more often than I do. Zach Granite for the Twins. Or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do. I assume they still do. And I would buy into a lot of the breaks trying to find that. But some of the breaks, I would get busy, or I just wouldn't catch them, or I would get outbid, or whatever the case might be, I would miss some. And then when I would go back and watch it, inevitably, those are the ones that would hit. And I would get so frustrated because I'm like, oh, I bought, 9 out of the last 10 breaks. I had it, and the one time I don't, and it's when AB comes out. It was just killing me. So finally, I started bidding on them, and I just wasn't even going to watch the break anymore. Because it's somebody that I knew and trusted would actually send it to me if I did hit it. There's a refractor for you anyway with the Tigers for your Miguel Cabrera. And look what we have right here. For the New York Yankees, a nice Miguel Andujar refractor to 499. That's a nice hit. So I just got to where I wasn't even watching the breaks. I just figured, you know what? If I ever hit it, he'll send it good enough. And I was in here doing a break, and someone came in to the room and said, oh, congratulations on your card. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, it didn't occur to me what he was referring to. He goes, oh, I just watched the break, and I saw, on the list that you had the Steelers tonight. And he said they pulled the Antonio Brown rookie. I was like, what? I was so excited. So, of course, I went back and watched it later, and It was a nice one. It was to 25. I was happy to have it. But the point of the matter is, I feel your pain. I cannot tell you how many breaks that I bought into before I hit it, and how many times in between when I didn't win the team that I would sit there and watch it come out for somebody else. So, yeah, I understand. And this is Tanner Scott for the Orioles. Have I seen any Judge? S&S Design, where did we pull an Aaron Judge recently? We did pull one out of something, but was it out of here? I don't remember what it was out of. I want to say it was a redemption. But what it came out of, oh, I don't remember that. So I'm not sure if I have pulled him specifically out of Topps Chrome or not. But we have had him recently, I think. Sometime within this last month. Within the month of August, I think we've hit him. Randy, you said 83 just came out. What do you mean? What does that mean? You've been chasing the Buster Posey SSP. Yeah, those SSPs are tough, man. Well, as you know, I mean, they're SSP for a reason, but yeah, those are tough. Louis Castillo and the Reds, black and white. And of course, you know I'm a Buster Posey fan, because why? Yeah, he's a catcher. So I do like him. I'm telling you guys, I like most of the catchers. It's a J.P. Crawford rookie refractor that went by. We have another Felix coming out for the Twins, so a couple of those coming out already, and we've got a ways to go yet. So the Twins are definitely holding their own tonight. So that puts us at the halfway point. So we've opened 4, and we have 4 left to go. I still have one more case of Topps Chrome, and I will probably break it sometime next week. I don't know exactly when. I guess I'm first going to have to check and see if that information that someone mentioned earlier in chat is correct or not. If in fact, if in fact we are not going to get the Chronicles baseball, that would change the trajectory of when I break more Topps Chrome. But that better not, I mean, that really better not be the case. If they have moved that date and the product is supposed to ship tomorrow and they still haven't told anybody the day before, that's going to be bad. I mean, we know Leaf does that because they did it to us recently, but normally you don't get that kind of stuff happening with Topps and Panini. You would typically get at least a week or 2 notice, so I don't know. It's kind of making me a little nervous, though. Especially since I have 2 breaks listed for it. We'd have to go in and end those, I guess. That's actually not a silly question, S&S Design. S&S Design is asking, will I start earlier when school starts? You know, I used to do that. I used to adjust the schedule quite often. And sometimes I would even adjust it within the same week. So, you know, one time might be at 9, another night might be at 9:30, kind of depending on what night of the week it was and that sort of thing. Like weekends would be later, through the week would be earlier, and so on and so forth. Then I kind of settled into 10 o'clock, I don't know, maybe, 9 months, a year ago, something like that. And most of the time, I've kept it at 10 o'clock since then. But I've toyed around with it. I don't know. This is Clint Frazier to 50 with a gold wave parallel and the Yankees, for the Yankees. The problem with the S&S Design is, of course, you've got people in all different time zones. For the Eastern time zone, it would be super easy to just move it up and no problem. But if you move it up too early, you know, on the West Coast, if we were to do it at, say, 9 o'clock Eastern, that's only 6 o'clock Pacific. And gosh, I lived out there for a while. There's no way you're home from your commute by 6 o'clock at night, you know. D.D. Gregorius, that is numbered to 99. So there's a lot of things that I kind of have to factor in and consider, including all the different time zones. But yeah, I do know that we've been going late a lot recently. We've been running close to anywhere from 11:30 to midnight most all month because there have been so many things have come out. So what I might do more so than changing the time is we might, once we get into September and after Labor Day and long in there, try to just maybe tweak it and do shorter breaks, maybe. Not necessarily start earlier, but maybe just shorter. Kind of depends on what all they throw at me. Victor Arano for the Phillies. That's a Blue Wave parallel to 150. As goodness knows, they can put out sometimes so many products in such a short period of time that you can't break them all no matter what you do. Oh, but you know what? I did remember to ask today. And I know this has come up before. We've talked about it before. And I always tell you guys, oh, there's a nice Otani refractor, that I'm going to remember to ask my rep. And then I always forget to ask my rep. And I remembered to ask him today, the one who used to work for Upper Deck. And I asked him the question that was posed somewhere along the way about how do they decide who's on the box, and do the people on the box get paid more money and that kind of stuff. And the answer is that it's covered under their agreement. So like the CBA covers that part of the agreement for producing the cards. Kind of applies to that as well. That's a Torres X-Fractor, nice for the Yankees. And then the Yankees hit with Gallegos. So, yeah, they don't get paid extra to be on the product wrappers or boxes or whatever. It's all just covered under that master agreement. But he did say, and this was kind of interesting, that when it was a collegiate product, that they would only allow them to choose. I thought that Dallas Keuchel might be a short print, but it wasn't. They would only allow them to choose 4 players. And those are the only 4 players that they could feature out of, I guess, active players or whatever in the collegiate products. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, I hear you, S&S Design. I know what you're saying. You got to get up early to drive the kid to school. I definitely understand that. That's the White Sox with Vieira. Yeah, for sure. That comes into play as well. So I don't know. We may tweak it a little bit when we get closer to the winter and things like that. Season will make a difference too, because in the spring and summer, we all tend to be outside more and longer and later because it stays daylight longer. In the winter, when it's cold, we all come in earlier. It gets dark earlier, etc. There is the Giants again. That's Miguel Gomez, and I know this is just killing Dune because he doesn't have the Giants tonight, so I almost feel bad saying that's another Giants hit coming out, because I know that's kind of rubbing salt in it a little bit. Garrett Cooper and the Marlins. But I was really surprised today at how many products Topps moved from their original date. I'll have to look at that later. Maybe at the end of the break I'll get that release sheet out if anybody wants to know what any of the new dates are. It's been kind of crazy. Like they moved a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be coming in the next month or so. Maybe the next 2-3 weeks anyway. Verdugo to 299 for the Dodgers with the purple parallel. Oops, I just realized he's stacked in the wrong spot. He's stacked with a numbered card. He's supposed to be stacked with autographs. Dune, I don't know how many autographs that is for the Giants, but it's a pretty good amount, I think. It's more than a couple anyway. Oh, you said Craig Kimbrell and Chris Sale came out back-to-back tonight. You know, there's a correlation to these things that I often do not notice, but I have had other people at various points in time when I'm doing a break that they do notice the correlation pattern, which is basically just exactly what you said. Like every time you see player A, you know, player B comes out right before it or right after it or whatever. So there are definitely correlation patterns that you can spot in this stuff. I just usually don't, for whatever reason. I guess I'm occupied doing other things and I don't notice it as much. But for sure, I've had people bring it up to me before and say that you can spot the patterns. Oh, S&S, has Topps not been getting their redemptions out quickly this summer? I haven't had any, so, of my own. So I did not know that they were running behind. That's unusual, too. Because typically with Topps, your redemptions that you submit get turned around really very quickly. So I'm surprised to hear that they are behind. I don't know. I guess for whatever reason, they must just be having trouble getting some players to sit down and sign or something. Goss says, gosh, I have the Tigers, but I wish I had the Giants. Yeah, I understand that feeling too. Oh, S&S, you're still waiting on one from Christmas. Wow, that is really unusual for Topps. I guess that's part of the reason they give us the extra hits in the product along with the redemption to kind of mitigate that a little bit. And then typically when you do receive the card that you are owed from a redemption, they will typically also include a second hit with it of some sort because you've had to wait. There's Dustin Fowler for the A's. So really, if you look at it like that, for every redemption that they fill, they're giving out 2 additional hits. One that would be in the product, a nice Moncada X-Fractor, and one that would then be sent with the redemption card itself. Jose Ramirez and the Indians, black and white parallel. But just out of curiosity, what player are you waiting on that's all the way back from Christmas? Oh, and Jay Brenner, you've got one from 2016 Bowman. Wow. Oh, that you've just pulled, though, not saying that you have been waiting on it since 2016. You're saying you just pulled it. I got you. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. Topps hasn't really been apparently extending those deadlines too much these days, not like they used to in the past. So for sure, if you have got one with a redemption deadline on it, you don't want to mess around. You want to go ahead and get that turned in. Dylan Peters and the Marlins. Oh no. Dune said, oh, if when the Buster Posey SSP hits, it'll be the end of his lesson tonight. No, let's not wish that upon you. Although then I feel like I'm wishing bad luck for the Giants team owner, which I'm not at all wishing bad luck for the Giants team owner. Maybe I'll just stay out of that one. We'll let fate decide that one. Here is a short print for the Mets, however. That is Dominic Smith, rookie refractor short print. Your 2017 Topps Chrome. You're still waiting on Bradley Zimmer. Wow. I am surprised because haven't we seen Bradley Zimmer live in some stuff since then? There was one stuck to the back of that. I felt it when I was laying it down. I guess we haven't, but it seems like we have, doesn't it? I don't know. Well, somebody just needs to go give Bradley Zimmer a little kick in the pants and tell him to start signing his stuff. Now, see, Nick, what you're saying is more what I'm accustomed to. Nick said his museum collection redemption took him 10 days to get. I mean, that's usually the way it is with Topps. You wait maybe 2-3 weeks. I mean, occasionally you might wait a month or more, but not really often. Tyler Wade and the Yankees. There's only been 1 or 2 that I just gave up on, and they were football redemptions after Topps had already lost their football license. And so I didn't really, and I think they were expired at the time they were entered on top of that. So I didn't wait on those. I let them set for a little bit, and then when they didn't get filled, I just went in and checked the little box that says substitute, and they sent me something, else. So for the Phillies, we have a nice Blue Wave Rhys Hoskins to 150. Yeah, okay, so SNS, I thought I had seen Bradley Zimmer live and some stuff, so I wasn't crazy then in that regard. There was another redemption you saw right there. I just flipped upside down. It was right there when I cut the deck, if you will. So that means we should have an extra autograph, hopefully, in this box, too. Jackson Stevens for the Reds. Had a very rough outing recently for the Reds. Which I can't quite figure that guy. You get him down in AAA, and Jackson Stevens just throws the lights out, and you think, oh yeah, he's definitely ready. And you bring him up, and then he throws the ball like he's never picked up a baseball in his life. Like, what is the deal with the kid? I don't know if he just gets nervous or what exactly happens, but he kind of needs to get it together. That is a Devers rookie refractor that came out. Another Ohtani freshman flash. It's got something on the back of it that I feel. I don't know what that is. There's a, whatever that is. What was that? Huh. It's like a, I don't know. It's got something all over the back of it. How strange. Can you guys see that? It's like little pieces of, I don't even know what that is. But there's pieces of something on the back of it. Thank goodness it's not on the front of it, and whatever it is it does just brush off, so that is good, but I don't know what that was. And it probably means it got on the front of Marcus Stroman there, but at least that's his base card. But that's super weird. I mean, for sure, these cards will have other pieces of cardboard on them sometimes, and they flake off the edges a lot. And you'll find like little white flecks like you see right there. That's just a piece of the card itself that gets on there. And those, you don't worry about. But whatever was on the back of that Ohtani insert neither looked nor felt like that. I don't know what it was. That is John Gray purple parallel for the Rockies that I put in upside down. So let's try that again. It's Ohtani DNA. Oh, that is too funny. Too funny. You said, Staying Lover, you said with Panini, you think it's when they just get around to some of them. That they have them, but you just have to wait on them to get around to shipping it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But they send out a tremendous amount of them. The thing I like about Panini is that whether they're expired or not, they still honor them, and you can still enter them in the website. As you remember, when Topps used to allow you to do expired redemptions, you still always had to mail them in, and they manually entered them. You couldn't put them in on the website. So that part I like better with Panini. But then Topps, of course, gives you the option, if you've been waiting a while, to just check that little box that says substitute, And I think that's genius. And if Panini would do that, I'd say they'd have a lot less work, because there'd be tons of people who would just say, yeah, sub it and move on. And we would all be happier. But Panini doesn't do that, so. Jay Brenner, 2 Reds hits indeed. We're working a little bit of Reds love in for you, aren't we? Stanglover, you got an Andrew Wiggins Court Kings autograph box topper that you waited 17 months for. Well, I know what you mean there. It was worth $200 before. It's worth $50 now. I hear you on that. I mean, gosh, I've been waiting on that Ezekiel Elliott rookie card from 2016 that would have been worth a whole lot more than it's going to be now, too. Not that Ezekiel Elliott's worth nothing now. He's obviously still got some good value, but it would have been worth more then. So, I don't know what they do over there. But, you know, then again, on the other, there's an Aaron Judge refractor. That's nice. On the other side of that coin, they did just send me the Kyrie Irving rookie card on an expired redemption that maybe I waited 15 days on. I mean, like hardly any time at all. I entered it and then just boom, there it was. So sometimes they're ahead of the game. This is Brian Anderson for the Marlins, refractor to 499. Leonard says he hasn't been feeling any love for the Red Sox tonight. We've had a lot of Devers other stuff. I mean, I think we definitely had a Devers refractor or 2, maybe an X-fractor, but we haven't had the autograph for sure. So we need to try to work a little of that in for you, unless maybe it's on one of these redemptions. There's a Rizzo to 99 green wave parallel, or rather just green, not wave, just green parallel for the Cubs. Got ahead of myself there. But yeah, I don't know what that was on the back of that Ohtani. It was kind of weird, but it's an Ohtani 30th anniversary. But the good news is it wiped off, and the better news is it was on the back and not the front. You definitely wouldn't have wanted that on the front. Karen says no love for the Nationals tonight either. Well, we still got a few left to go, so let's hope we can find some Nationals and Red Sox. We got Nationals, Red Sox, and Tigers on deck that I know are hoping for some hits before we get out of here tonight. Oh, you turned down 175 for the Wiggins redemption last year? Yeah, in hindsight, that that looks like maybe it wasn't the best deal, but of course I understand what you're saying. At the time, it seemed like, you know, it wasn't a good deal. You never know. Harrison Bader and the Cardinals. I mean, that's me with the Ezekiel Elliott. And frankly, the only reason I had that anyway is because somebody stiffed me on the break for the Cowboys in that break. Cost me $100 and some odd. And I thought about selling just the redemption, and then I kind of thought, oh, I'm going to get the card. I'll get it graded, and when I get it graded, it'll be worth more because it wasn't a sticker. It was a hard signed autograph. So I'm, thinking through all this wonderful stuff I'm going to do. Well, guess what? I'm not going to do any of it because I never got the card. So... Eventually. And here is a little Red Sox love. It is Rafael Devers to 25. And that, of course, is our nice little rookie debut with the manufactured relic. But the fact that it's to 25 is nice. So there's a little love coming out for the Red Sox after all. Don't give up too soon. And then, of course, we don't know what's on our redemptions either. Ryan Braun and the Brewers. But in general, I know better than to redeem most stuff. I know I should just be selling the redemptions as such, but I always somehow want the card first. Because I want to know, is it gradable? Can I send it in? What's it going to look like? You know, but I shouldn't. I need to just get over that. Because I'm like you, Stang Lover. It's definitely somewhere along the way cost me money here and there. Brian Anderson and the Marlins once again. We've already looked at those. I about picked up the same stack again. That's a Twins Jorge rookie refractor that we saw, and we've pulled his autograph a couple times as well. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Jacob Faria for the Rays is a refractor, a Marcus Stroman X-fractor. Andrew Benintendi, that's a man whose autograph I'm waiting on the Spectra card set out of Chronicles from last year. Now this is a nice hit. Baltimore Orioles red Austin Hayes is going to be numbered to 5. And it's the first in the series, too. It is number 1 of 5, Austin Hayes red parallel. Very nice. Very, very nice. Didn't we pull a Mariner earlier? Did we not, Randy? I guess we must not have, because you're saying this Seattle not in this box. So I'm going to guess that means we did not pull a Mariner earlier. But for some reason, I thought we had. Again, you know what happens? Sometimes I just get my hits mixed up. It might have been in Clearly Authentic. Then maybe we pulled a Mariner. Here's Mella for the Reds. My Cincinnati Reds coming up again. All right, Stang Lover, what time is it? We have 1 box left. If Stang Lover's in here, he'll tell us what time it is. If he doesn't tell us, we'll have to say it without him. We'll give him a minute, see if he's in there. Ah, Jay Brenner, yeah, you said yes, yes. Was that Austin Hayes to 5 falling to you? Baltimore Orioles yours tonight, perhaps? Or, no, you have the Reds. You have Mella. I remember that now. We just talked about that. You don't have the Orioles. I've lost my mind. Gauze says, dang you Tigers, I've gotten nothing. But you do have something. You do. You had refractors at least, and I don't remember if you had anything numbered or not, but we recap all this anyway, so there'll be a chance to recap it. And yes, Jay Brenner, right after I said it, I remembered you had the Reds. Like, there's a delay in chat. I guess you guys have figured this out from the time you type it and to the time I see it. So yeah, I did figure that out. It just took me a minute. Because see, that's the thing. That's the delay in chat. So I'm just thinking about what's the last big thing we just looked at? Oh, it was Austin Hayes. Whoops, no, it wasn't. So that's how it works. Well, Stang Lover must not be paying attention or he's logged off. So since he didn't tell us what time it is, I'll tell you what time it is. It is Last Box Mojo time. A lot of times when Stang Lover's on here, he'll remind us of that Last Box Mojo. So I was counting on him tonight, but he skipped out on us, didn't he? But that just means we need to find the big booming hits here out of our last box. Nick is looking for Indians and Astros. Well, yeah, since you guys said the Indians might be in the redemptions, you've got at least a couple of shots right there that could potentially be your Indians. Dune, you said you feel the mojo. Jay Brenner, you're looking for Joey Votto. I would love to pull Joey Votto for you. He is one of my favorite current Reds players. He and Billy Hamilton really are my 2 favorites currently. And I know Billy Hamilton, you know, doesn't bring all that much with the bat, although lately he's been hitting a little better. But that guy makes some incredible catches that I don't think everybody could make. I know everybody couldn't make a lot of the catches he makes. I love Billy Hamilton. Marcell Ozuna to 75. That is a blue wave for the Cardinals. The Pirates, Jordan Luplow. I think we had a pirate. We had some sort of pirate earlier tonight, too. I think we started off with a pirate, maybe. But I can't think who off the top of my head. That's a nice little Mookie Betts refractor that went by. Gohara X-Fractor and a J.P. Crawford that had something weird on the back of him, too, that I felt. Just like was on the back of that Ohtani. What is on the back of these cards tonight? This is so weird. Ahmed Rosario and the Mets to 299 purple parallel. It's almost like a sort of a, not exactly sticky, but not exactly not sticky. It's, you know how you get the stuff that is like a little putty type thing that you can get to hang things on walls, and it's safe for paint and stuff like that, but it's that little sort of putty type thing. It's kind of what it felt like on the back of these cards. Oh, weird. Jacob deGrom for the Mets. Just a regular refractor. And the Atlanta Braves hit with Max Fried. So was that our second autograph out of this box? I think so. I think we have 3 more to go. I'm remembering which is which, right? Something stuck to the back of Tyler O'Neill. There it is. Daniel Murphy refractor. A Stanton 30th anniversary. A Zimmer Future Stars. We are closing in on it, slowly but surely. Cruising towards the end here. Rhys Hoskins 30th anniversary, a Machado, and another Giant. We have had a tremendous amount of Giants tonight. This is Chris Stratton. So yeah, San Francisco has been really coming out of this break. Braves have actually come out a lot tonight too. Both of those teams, and the Reds even have multiple hits. A Verdugo X-Fractor, a Morales black and white parallel for the Blue Jays. I know, where is a nice low numbered Acuna? Somebody was looking for some love for the Washington Nationals, and here we are in the last box, but we did get some mojo for you. It is Adrian Sanchez for the Nats. So we didn't leave you completely high and dry, Nationals. We found a little love for you here in the last box. And there's Gohara again on a refractor. See, this has got that same stuff all over it. What is that? Can you see that? It's like all these pieces of what is this? And it's like I'm telling you, it's like a sticky, not exactly sticky, but like a putty, rubbery, sort of weird feeling stuff coming out on the back of these Freshman Flash inserts in particular. And that's really weird. So I will try to brush that stuff off of these before I send them to you. But if you get one with weird stuff like that on the back, just know that it came out of the box that way. Tanner Scott and the Orioles to 499. Whoops, went past the refractor for Manny Machado there. Paul DeYoung, Mike Trout, all refractor inserts. Now we have got, before we recap, we've got 2 redemptions left to turn over. So if we haven't hit what you're looking for yet, don't give up quite yet, because we do have 2 more shots at getting what you're looking for. So as usual, we're going to flip them over, take a look at them, and then we're going to head over to the Topps website, pull up the checklist, and verify the teams for them. Even if we know them, even when they're super obvious, like Aaron Judge, we still go to the website to, I'm trying to brush this crap off of here. We still go to the website to verify them and check them out. So this is a Brave. It is Mike Soroka. And second out, oh, who asked for Acuna? Yeah, there it is. Rookie autograph refractor parallel of Ronald Acuna. Now, how about that, Braves? You already had Ozzie Albies in here, and now, well, I mean, you just kind of just walked away with all the redemptions. So right at the end of the break, the Braves are like, oh, dropping the mic and walking off. That's kind of crazy. All right, what is this? Topps Chrome. We've got to get back here to the checklist for Topps Chrome. And we need to go find Mike Soroka, whose name I apparently can't pronounce. Well, is that a shock to anyone that I can't pronounce his name correctly? I think not. All right, where are you? Here we go. Come on out of here, Mike. Show yourself, Mike. Atlanta Braves. If we'll scroll on down, we're going to see Ronald Acuna say the same thing. Atlanta Braves. So we are all nice and happily verified for these. And the Braves, who already had a pretty nice break with a lot of hits, just suddenly went from a pretty nice break to a ba-bam kind of break, right? Okay. Let's recap this. And, oh, you have, Dune says you have one for sale on eBay that's already up over $100. I'm assuming you are talking about the Acuna. And Nick, I think we must have done very well for you, because you said, oh, shoot, I'm sorry, Nick. That is a drag. I was hoping to do better for some of you guys. And I'm glad you have fun, Gauze. I always have fun doing this, too. I'm glad when you guys have fun as well. I know it's more fun when you pull cards than when you don't, but I'm glad you still had some fun. So we're looking right now, of course, at the color that we've pulled and our black and white parallels. These are all the non-autographed things that are numbered or otherwise. That's not numbered, but it is a short print refractor for the Mets. That, of course, is numbered to 50 on the nice Clint Frazier with the gold wave. Couple of greens. That is a short print for the Astros. Jose Altuve, short print refractor. There's another gold wave to 50. And another black and white parallel. Okay, so whoever has the Orioles, if you're not watching the break live right now, and maybe you're watching it later on the recorded version or the recap, S&S Design is interested in buying your Austin Hayes. I'm assuming the 1/5 that we'll look at here again in a minute. So we have a redemption for the Braves with Mike Soroka. We have a redemption, the parallel, refractor parallel for Mr. Acuna in the Braves, which is an excellent hit. We have Orioles, Nationals, Giants, Braves, Reds. There it is. It really is awfully nice for the Orioles. The Austin Hayes to 5. I mean, yeah, that's nice. The Marlins, Cardinals, Marlins, Reds, Yankees. A lot of Marlins in here, too, I'm starting to realize. The Pirates. The Red Sox have the Devers with the manufactured relic to 25 on the rookie debut medallion card. A Marlin, a beautiful Rhys Hoskins gold wave parallel for the Phillies, numbered to 50. The A's, the Reds, the Braves, the White Sox, Giants, Braves, Pirates, Rays, there's the nice Ozzie Albies for the Braves, the Twins, the Orioles, the Marlins, the A's, the Yankees, the Marlins, Giants, White Sox, Phillies, that's nice too, 150 Blue Wave, Twins, Orioles, Yankees hit with Andahar is excellent, the Twins, the Rangers snuck one in there. I'd forgotten about the Rangers being in there. The Giants one more time, and the Pirates one more time. So yeah, we did definitely have some duplication of effort in there, but that does, of course, happen from time to time. So I guess that's it for me tonight. I am going to put up the spreadsheet information one final time in case anybody missed it earlier or you just need to take another look at it. So let's get that popped up here real quick before we wander off for the night. So once again, projecting a Saturday shipping date for Clearly Authentic and this Topps Chrome Jumbo. If I can get it out to you faster, I will. If something goes unexpectedly wrong through the week, it could possibly be Monday to go out, but I'm going to try very hard to get it to you Saturday or before. Triple Play, of course, slated to go out on Monday. And I think you guys know the drill now with consolation cards. If you have any questions about that beyond what you see on the screen, excuse me, feel free to shoot me a message in eBay and we'll chat about it a little bit. Tomorrow night's going to be busy. We're going to open a lot of memorabilia with a New Era autographed baseball cap, an autographed baseball jersey, and a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. Then we've got a bunch of new releases we're going to dig into. Will be a case of National Treasures Collegiate Football, a case of Origins Football, and a case of Leaf Flash. On Thursday night, there is a Game Day Greats autographed football jersey, some NT Collegiate Football, Unparalleled Football as case breaks. Well, the jersey's just a single. The others are case breaks. Friday night, Origins and Crown Royal and Chronicles Baseball will all break by the case. Chronicles comes out on Friday. The other two, of course, will already be out by then. Saturday, a three-peat basketball box with an autographed basketball, an autographed basketball jersey, and an autographed picture. And a half case of Leaf football jerseys once again. Another case of Clearly Authentic, which is the last case that I have on hand for the moment anyway. And another case of National Treasures Collegiate. On Sunday, we'll do a triple play baseball box like we did tonight. A third case of Leaf Flash and a second case of Chronicles. So that is what we look like in the days ahead. And I guess that really is it for tonight. I think we are all wrapped up now. So thank you once again for joining me and spending part of your evening with me. I appreciate you coming by and bidding and breaking and chatting and hanging out. So I will be back at it tomorrow night. Hopefully I will see some or most of you again then. Until that time, I hope you have a nice day tomorrow, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.